Hello friends! Today we are at Megacon in Orlando. Today is the first day of the event. It just opened about 50 minutes ago. I'm here by myself. Jessica and some more friends are coming this weekend. We're gonna be here all 4 days, so let's check it out. For doors only being open about an hour, there is a lot of people here already, so I have a feeling this is gonna be quite the busy weekend here at Megacon. It's gonna be good, I'm very excited. This is the first time it has been back since the pandemic. We are happy to see the conventions getting back to normal. Pikachu! Ah! There are a ton of vendor booths here this year, and there is quite a bit of people already checking them out. The floor's getting pretty full already. Bob's over here looking over the con, watching the credits get made.
There are rats, and the rats came into the kitchen. That was what my wife kept, but she just didn't do it once. For 2 weeks it's been and we have a bowl on the center island of the kitchen, and in which she puts fruit and stuff like that. Eat the fruit. The bananas were gone. And we have cameras around, and there's one in the kitchen. So Elizabeth rolled it back, and she discovered the rat. And the rat would jump into the bowl and eat the thing. And we've got 2 attack Dobermans. Well, actually, we've got 2 Dobermans. What they do is attack each other. It's terrible. So they slept while the rat ate. So we called a firm in, and they said, oh yeah, okay, well, when you have 1 rat, you probably have 500. So we've been busy at the rats. Now, the reason I bring it up is this company that's ferreting, I shouldn't have said ferreting, is discovering where the rats live. They live all over. They live behind the stove. They live behind the refrigerator. They live under the floor. They live in this attic. They're surrounded by rats all over. And they know where that bowl is. And I was thinking, as I was being driven through the maze of trying to get here, we're rats trying to get out of the maze.
There is a word used to describe the relationship between Spock and Kirk. I think it's pronounced Tahila.
It's what?
I believe it's pronounced Tahila. It's like, the Vulcan word.
Oh, it's a Vulcan word.
Yeah, it's like T-H-Y-L-A.
Tahila?
Yeah. And
If you wish, my dear, I would not be the first one to disparage what you just said. Tahila. So Gene Roddenberry said to us, your relationship is Tahila.
Yeah, it's a word that he basically, I think, invented just for that, just to describe them.
Slow down.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm short. It's hard to stand.
Yes, but you've got a big word.
My question was, do you know if it, I guess it answers my question.
Have you left Tahila and that's it?
Well, did you, what I was wondering is if you had ever seen it scripted, which I guess since you didn't seem familiar with it.
Wait a minute. You're doing the same thing my granddad did. Get all excited, so another way we figured it out. And I said, I didn't understand a word. What you said is really, I don't understand a word. So, I got you up until Tahila describing the relationship between Spock and Kirk. Got it.
It was in the novelization.
Let's slow down.
It was in the book. It was in the book.
You know, actually, that's pretty good. I want to give you a slight hint that you might be able to use. You're very young, and you might be able to use what I'm about to say quite often. You can lower the microphone. You don't have to stand on tippy toe, which is Vulcan force raising your height. Now!
been scripted, if it was ever in a script that you were asked to read.
Let me tell you something. How old are you?
I'm actually 34.
Well, it's hard to tell with the mask and the whole and the girlish excitement. So I won't find fault with you. It's just that with my granddaughter going off to school, my words of wisdom were, Gaia, you know, you're going to go, you're a pretty girl, you're 18, you're privileged, you got to be careful because there's some streetwise people out there. She says, not streetwise. I said, Gaia, you've been living at home, you've been going to school, your parents take really good care of you. You're not streetwise. Okay? I'm not streetwise, and I can't tell you the number of times that I've been taken advantage of. So I want to tell you something. What's your name?
Laura.
Lauren?
Laura.
Laura. Laura. Sometimes people will fool you and tell you things that aren't true. Like the word date. Okay? Neither Leonard nor I ever, the Vulcan language, you know, this is archaeology. The Vulcan language started long after our show was over. So you can see how that might not be true. And you're 34, you should be streetwise.
It's in the book that Gene Roddenberry wrote.
He lied.
I wanted to know if you would be able to reflect on your legacy with the Twilight Zone and working with Rod Serling so many times, but also, since we're in Orlando, I wanted to know, have you at any point been on Disney's Twilight Zone Tower of Terror?
No. Although I shot a movie years ago here at Disneyland, and it was like a chase movie, I forgot what it was, but we were running around at night with the park closed. So we went down into the entrails. We went down tunnels and then there was, is it still there where you tap with the, make notes, lights with your feet? No, right? No. It's fallen into disuse. It's the salt air finally got to it. Rotted the whole thing. So I probably know bits and pieces of the park more than people who live in Orlando, but I don't know the show. You know, the word legacy, you know, they're tearing down the statues of people who thought they were leaving a legacy. The statues are already down. Nobody leaves a legacy. Everything erodes either in a day, a week, or a year. It's all gone. It's all dust. It means nothing, the legacy. I'm leaving a legacy. What you do leave, and this just happens to be something I said. Here's an interesting little side note. I was asked to come to Mar-a-Lago long before the event. Mar-a-Lago was being used for the Red Cross, where there were 1,000 tables, 10 people at each table. Each had contributed, each table had contributed money to the Red Cross, and I was one of the people that they contributed money to come and see. So I was asked to speak. And at the same time, my dear, dear friend, Leonard Nimoy, had died. And that morning, I was supposed to be here in Florida in the evening, but that Sunday morning was the funeral. And I had to choose which to do. And I chose the Red Cross, and what I said to them was, there's no such thing as a legacy. The legacy you leave are the good deeds you do that reverberate and repeat itself for the end of time. It's good deeds are your legacy. And usually the good deeds are forgotten 5 minutes after you've done them, let alone, 100 years, 1,000 years later. But who knows what lives we're leading as a result of a good deed that somebody did 500 years ago.
I read that during the original series...
Wait, what?
During the original series...
Yes.
You attempted to pitch a few episodes and wanted to direct one. My question is, what made you want to go from being in front of the camera to behind it?
Power! I don't remember wanting to direct this episode to start.
I heard a rumor you were set to direct the last one before it was canceled or something like that.
I don't remember that. That's something I would remember. No, I don't recall. There was just too much work as an actor. You can get by. I mean, there are people who direct themselves and are playing leading roles, but you're risking the. An audience tells you whether this album. You're going to tell me whether it's good or bad. I think it's good. You're going to tell me when you hear it. I liked it, I didn't like it. And yours is the last word because that's what we're doing. So the creative person needs a little feedback from, in this case, an audience as to how you're doing. So that feedback may come through an executive who has a good idea of, or the producer who may be talented, or anything like that. You need feedback because you get too close to the stuff. Oh, God, that moment was great, and it's not. Surprise! No, you're wrong again. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. Thank you.
We've got one more thing, Bill.
One more thing.
You talked about legacy earlier.
Yes.
You said something very interesting.
I tell you, with that basket in your hair, you look beautiful.
Didn't expect that kind of Captain Kirk interaction this evening. Bill, I wanted to say that you mean so much to so many of us because of so many little and large acts of service that you have done over your life, whether it is your charity horse shows that benefit those with special needs, the meet and greets that people have done at conventions over the years. The reason I got involved in conventions in the first place, getting on stage and hosting things, was what you did for my autistic younger brother who came to see you at a show like this.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. We have...
Thank you.
William Shatner is here for one more day, so please make sure to sign up for the photo op. Go see him at his table. Here for us one more time on his way out. William Shatner, everybody.
So I just finished the Q&A with William Shatner, and it's so hard to believe it. That man is 90 years old. He's like, his wit as can be. He said he had a new album coming out with like a bunch of celebrities. It's crazy, man. That was so good. That was awesome. So I don't know what I'm gonna do now. Have a look around, see what's going on. That was really the only event going on tonight. Tonight's kind of like a shorter day. Also found out it says on my ID that it came out at 2, or that it opened today at 2, which I didn't think it opened till 4, so pretty sure online it said 4, so that's weird. Well, let's see what we can find. There are definitely way more people out and about since I went to that Q&A. This place has gotten quite a bit more busy. I can only imagine that this weekend is gonna be insane. Yep, definitely busier. Take a walk down the red carpet and see what we can find. Got a droid heading down the red carpet. It's his own theme song. There's so many booths this year. It's probably gonna be tomorrow before we go through all of the booths. There's just a lot. I know Jess wants to see a lot of it. Oh my gosh. So many Disney pins. Holy crap. Man. Oh my gosh, that Dalek. I'm gonna exterminate that guy. Man, security made it out alive this time. Check out the car show here. Pretty tight. Flights are awesome. Well, that's gonna end my first day out here at Megacon. I'm gonna be here for the next 3 days. It was pretty cool, man. The Shatner Q&A was like my main event for the day. It's really what I wanted to come and see, and it was great. I'm glad I did it. I'm gonna get up early, have a crew with us, and we'll do it again the next couple of days. So be sure and hit the like button, hit subscribe. It'll help out the video, help out the channel, and let you know whenever we're back with more. So we'll see you soon. Have a great night.